What's up, guys? Justin here with TheSketchUpEssentials.com, back with another SketchUp quick tip for you. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how we can quickly create models from images using a free tool that's online. So this is actually a response to a question I got from one of our students in the SketchUp Essentials course on our live calls last night. The question was, okay, I've got this image, this two-dimensional image that I want to take into 3D. What's the best way to do that? So if you have questions about SketchUp, make sure that you check out the SketchUp Essentials course. So that's going to be my course where I get really step-by-step, in-depth teaching you how to use SketchUp. But in addition to having the course instructional materials in there, we also have a community forum and live calls where you can come ask questions like this one. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you check that out at TheSketchUpEssentials.com/course. Now let's go ahead and just jump into it. All right, so I've got three simple images here that I want to bring into SketchUp. And what I could do is I could just import these as images, right? So if I brought the train in, for example, I could drag it in and then I could trace over top of it, but that's going to be really time consuming. And so I could come in here and draw these different edges in here and all of that, but it's just going to be kind of a painful process. And so what I've been doing instead is I've actually been using a website that I found online called Convertio. And what this website does is it allows you to convert different kinds of files to different kinds of files. Well, one of the functions that this has is this has the ability to bring in an image and then export it as a DXF file, which is a file that SketchUp can import. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this simple shape, right? So I'm going to bring this file in like this, and then notice how this gives me the option to convert to different kinds of files. Well, I'm going to go down to the CAD DXF option right here. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to click on the button for convert. So what that's going to do is that's going to let me upload my file. It's going to convert it to DXF, and then I'm going to be able to download that DXF file and import it into SketchUp Pro. All right, so now within SketchUp, I'm just going to do a file import. I'm going to find that DXF file and I'm just going to double click on it. And what it's going to do is it's going to bring that in as a CAD file. So it's going to bring that CAD file in and then import it to SketchUp. And so if I look at this, you can see what this did is this basically took that profile and it just converted it to a series of polylines that are in here. And then if I wanted to, I could just draw a line across the face right here. And I could do the same thing with the exterior like this. Well, then I could just come in here and now this is a 3D object that's inside of SketchUp. So now what I want to do is I want to take a look at the more complex models. So I'm going to import the train that was created. So I'm going to bring the train in like this. And so if we look at that one, notice how that one comes in as a group. That one's a little bit more complex, but it still comes in pretty good, right? So all we would have to do really is just draw over the top of this and it's going to fill in this space. So one thing that you might have to do is you might have to try to merge this onto this face because it looks like it's not picking it up as an individual face inside of SketchUp. So which is kind of a common issue when you're inside of SketchUp. So you might have to do a little bit of tracing in here for some of these just to make sure that that split of the face is actually getting picked up in here. So, and sometimes you have to do a fair amount of tracing in here in order to get that to work. So there is a little bit of cleanup that you might have to do. In this case, probably what I would do since I've traced this once is just use the move tool in copy mode and just create a couple copies in here like this. But then you could come in and you could pull this into 3D. So not that big of a deal. You don't need any special tools or anything like that. And then the last one I wanted to look at is I wanted to look at the leaf. And the leaf is a more complex model, right? So if we click on this and we bring it in, notice how this one's going to bring in 304 polylines. And so if we look at this one, so I'm going to move this over right here, this one comes in with a lot more detail. So this one's going to be a little bit more complicated shape, but again, we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to come in here and just kind of trace across the faces in order to kind of fill those faces in. And so there are some tools, like I think S4U has a make face extension that you might be able to use in order to do this a little bit quicker. The problem with this though is it has so many different faces in the curves that it's probably better to just do things manually. Now you could also use like edge tools from TomTom to come in and reduce the number of edges that are in here, but notice how these are filling in pretty quickly. I'm not really having any issues getting that to work. So then once we do that, we just kind of pull this whole thing like this. So just a little bit up and down, and we just want this to be like this tall right here. But then you could just do a double click and just double click the rest of these in order to get this one into 3D as well. And if you did want to like soften these edges to make it look a little bit better, you could just triple click on this, or you're probably going to have to click into the group and do a Control A actually, but then you can just use the soften edges function down below. So usually checking this soften coplanar is enough to do it for me. But now you can see how this is going to give you this nice 3D shape without you having to come in here and trace it. All right, so that's where I'm going to end this video. Leave a comment below. Let me know if this was helpful. I just love having that conversation with you guys. If you are interested in learning more about how to use SketchUp, make sure you check out the SketchUp Essentials course. I'd love to see you in there, get you on the live calls, as well as just help you with your SketchUp journey. But as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.